Bonjour and welcome to all of you comic book geeks, readers and collectors to another little insight into the madness, the glorious insanity of comic book collecting. Yes! So second only to the best day of the week, which is New Comic Book Day, is Old Comic Book Day, is Back Issue Day, is any old comic or anything from history that you've got. Yes, that's the second bestest day of the week. And I didn't do one last week. Life overtook my proclivities. Don't even really know what that word means. Anyway, I didn't get a chance to do Back Issue haul last week, and so this is a 2-week haul. So I've got this one from last week. I've got that one, the same size from this week, thanks to my usual muckers. They keep me. They're like they properly, yeah. What are they really? They're my dealers. But I love them to bits. New Dawn Comics and Comics and Fantasy in Hornchurch, the other one in Rayleigh. You know by now. You know who they are. My muckers, my main men. But also what I haven't done, what I realised I haven't done, before we get into this, please permit me to have a serious minute to thank everyone that voted for me in the Comic Book Community Awards for this year. It is in the category of comedic, most comedic and entertaining creator. So I do thank you for that. I see what you've done. I see where you're all going. I try to be serious, but you don't understand. No, I'm only joking. Listen, and any of you watching now that have voted for me, I'm really, really grateful. It does. I don't know if I've said this in the video. I think I've done it on Threads, but I don't know if I've done this in the video. Anyway, before we get going, just a quick plug. You've got to vote for me again now, because I'm in the top 5 in that category, in the finalists. But now you've got to make me win, yeah? And I know I can get all you sexy subscribers. Yes, my head might explode. It will explode. Yes, I will be. I've warned my family I will be insufferable. And I've warned Paul and Jamie at my LCSs that I won't be able to fit my head through the door. But put all that to one side. Just vote for me if you want to see more insanity. But in the meantime, I enjoy doing what I do. And I'm really appreciative of you lot enjoying my nerd. I don't know. How can we combine nerd and insanity in nerdity? No, it don't sound right, does it? Nerd sanity. Nerd sanity, maybe. Oh, anyway, this isn't what you're here for. You want to see what I've got in. Look, you want to see here, don't you? It is. As usual, it's a mixed bag of OddBods. Let me get this off my lap before my legs collapse. I'll do my little scrub, and then join me for Silver Age DC, Bronze Age Marvel, and a load of OddBods. There are a lot of OddBods in between, guys, honestly. And you know, you wouldn't come here if you didn't like the OddBods, would you? We love the OddBods. I have trailed some of these on Threads, I know. So please join. I would be humbled if you would join me after my little scroll to have an insight into the back issue haul of the past 2 weeks. So, welcome back. And in no particular order, this is going to be all mixed up from my 2 favourite boys, the aforementioned Paul, Jamie, Comics and Fantasy, New Dawn Comics, those boys sort me out every week, but it's all going to be a little bit mixed up because you know what I'm like. I like doing things in order and I like being organised. First up, I did post on Threads when I picked this little beauty up. I don't know why I'm so happy about it, because I've got it all, but I've got it all in 100 Marvel UK comics. And I don't know if any of my international sexy subscribers will understand why. I don't know, I think UK fans hold this in our hearts a bit more than anyone else. It's because there was a moment in UK Marvel comics where they stopped doing the reprints, like Captain Britain is over there. That was another moment. But the moment in the 80s when the Hulk TV show was top of the shop, and somehow a guy called Des Skin managed to get money out of the. You imagine how much money Marvel Comics had in the 80s, and he had to literally squeeze it out of them, and he squeezed every nipple. And one of the stories that he milked out of the aforementioned nipples was Night Raven. There was a lovely Black Knight strip as well. Steve Dillon on Nick Fury. So it was characters we come and Hulk. You know, there was original, but it was Marvel characters that we knew and loved. But anyway, I'm glad I picked that up. I rambled then, didn't I? Look at this. I didn't know John Byrne did Star Trek for IDW. I don't know why he did it. I don't know. But if it's John Byrne, I don't know. I'm showing you the inside. You know John Byrne. When did he do this? Doesn't matter when. I'm not the biggest Star Trek lover. I'm not a hater. Just saying. I'm not a Trekkie or Trekker, whichever way you like to pronounce it. But if it's John Byrne, I am a massive fan of the man, and he wrote and drew all of this. So I'll have a go. I'll have a flick through and, I'll have a go. I can't say I'm going to read all that and bag it and put it on one of these shelves. I can't. I would be lying to you. And you sexy subscribers don't deserve that. What we all deserve is one of the finest strips ever conceived. One of the finest comic characters in its conception and execution. Pat Mills and Simon Bisley. Now, I've got the originals. The original 2000 AD this comes from. I've got collected editions. A few weeks ago, if you sexy subscribers follow me that closely, you know I even bought an art portfolio of Simon Bisley's works. There's no reason why I needed 3 volumes of Slaying the Horn God. I like the Fleetway logo. If you're in, again, this is a bit UK centric, I know, so forgive me, you multinational fans. I am going to get to American comics in a minute, but in the meanwhile, the Fleetway logo, when it was all just on the cusp of, when it was changing over to Rebellion, those pre-Rebellion days, what did it for me with these 3 books and the beautiful Bisley artwork. I think Bisley peaked here. And I'm not saying everything he did after this was bad. You can't tell, you can't say that. But it was the perfect collaboration. Pat Mills, and again, the deep research he did into Celtic mythology. And I'd love to see, as much as I know the behind the scenes of Charlie's War that Pat Mills did with Joe Coquelin all of those years ago, in a war comic called Battle, if you don't know. But why I bought these, they're all signed. And do you know what? Normally, I'm not bothered. I'm really, really not bothered buying, unless I take a book or comic or piece of paper to be signed by someone. I'm not bothered. That's not what I'm, that doesn't, meeting the creator, yes. But having all 3 volumes, and I've got Pat Mills' autograph on 2000 AD volumes down here. Look, that line there is all of the original, and we've got Alan Moore, we've got Brian Bolland, we've got Mick McMahon, we've got them all down there. Anyway, I didn't have Simon Bisley, so I thought, do you know what? The old mate Paul done me a deal on them, and they are obviously beautiful. So I'm going to have them. I'm going to have them. OddBods, more Star Trek. Talking to Star Trek and X-Men. I don't even remember this one. 1998. I don't remember that. Tribute to Mike Wieringo in 2008. I think he passed away in 2007, but this is dated, so blah blah. But another what if, just to put in the what if. Like I say, just one of those OddBods. Here we go. Look, continuing my journey into not them ones. Foil covers and Spider-Man. Does it get better than this? In this one, 1993, Dan Panosian artwork, and all he's basically doing is he's like an Image Comics clone, like the art style. You're kind of a cross between McFarlane, Larson, and Liefeld, and that's what he was doing, or Liefeld. Let me know in the Let me know in the comments how you pronounce Liefeld, or Liefeld. Is it Liefeld, or Liefeld, or Leaf? He still can't do feet. He knows it, and he revels in it. But I won't show you every cover. But yes, this is a massive. It's just a humongous gap. Did you pick these up when it was all kicking off? Like Maximum Carnage? I've got to admit, looking at these now, it just didn't excite me. Not even throwing Iron Fist into it, throw the Hulk into it. There's a reason I weren't getting it. Here's the Hulk again. No, but even now, like, it's only the collector. They're there and I want them. Oh, meet Spidey's new pals. What's wrong with this picture? It's that bloke there. It's got to be that bloke there. Whatever his name is. Vulture's back after 60 years. Uh-oh, let's Vulture. Oh, look, look at the foil. Look at the foil. The glorious foil on that. Oh, comics in the 90s. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, we have foil. Oh, yes. So there's more. There's La La La. Amazing Spider-Man. Oh, that's a nice cover. Don't know the jacket. Look at the I should do a trigger warning on the thumbnail of this video. Wear your sunglasses because there's 90s foil. There's 90s foil. Oh, there's Daredevil in his old what's it suit? Yeah. But also a little bit of Marvel Premiere. Just that run got the, this is just filling in the run now of those odd issues. You've got the main ones, but you need to fill in the gaps. And then Yes. First Captain Marvel. The proper Captain Marvel. We don't go there. It's just a back issue haul video. So we don't go there. This is Captain Marvel. It's Captain Marvel. Right, come on. What else is in these bags? Oh, yes. Here we go. New Dawn Comics. Oh, yes. The third. Apparently, this is the third appearance of Teen Titans. And leafing through these comics, because I'm not a big DC collector. So 1966, what I'm loving about it is they're trying to make the dialogue. Let me know in the comments, please, who the writer was in this era of Teen Titans, because what they're doing, I mean, the art's okay, you know, it is what it is for the 60s DC, but the dialogue is the hip and happening, man. Oh yeah, let's all go down to the beach, man, and let's all go. And there's literally issues of this where I think they form a band, like, oh, but I'm having a blast leafing through these issues. It is just it's when comic collecting becomes a cultural window into a different era. Beautiful. Oh, look at this cover. Now, even if I wasn't collecting any DC, even if I didn't want to even try, look at this cover. Oh, beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. Again, please someone let me know in the comments whose art that is. Oh, it's Nick Cardy. You've done a... Forget that. I know it is now, because I looked at the signature. But what a beautiful cover! That is great. If I'd have been doing YouTubing back in 1967, whenever this was, that would have been a cover of the week. Look, Robin in the spotlight, and this as well. Is this Cardi again? Is this Cardi again, guys? I don't know. These covers are just great. They sell. Look, this one. They sell comics. Teen Titans falling off a bridge. I love it. It's all kicking off here. What's keeping Wonder Girl and Mal? Don't know what's going on there. And I can't wait to find out. Oh, I love this one. Right, Gnark. At the top of this comic, you'll see it in a minute. Gnark reverts to caveman savagery in Awake Barbaric Titan. And then you've got Decide Titans, die in your cell or out here. And then right at the bottom, look where my finger is, they've got, ooh, that's Hawk and Dove. So it's getting all grim and gritty, like, yeah, come on in, smash my head in with a caveman's bludgeon. Caveman's stick? What would it be? What did Captain Caveman have? What would you have called that? Have you got the song in your head now? I have. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to show you what lies in Lichburg Graveyard. These covers are beautiful. I will say that. I know I kind of take the mickey out of DC collectors and etc, etc, but I am buying these and collecting them, and I am enjoying it. Probably I'm coming from a different angle, but I am. Some of this stuff is really, well, I wouldn't be buying it if I didn't enjoy it. Whiz Kids versus Witchcraft. Love it. Cover like that. And then this seems to be going into a different era, to be fair. This seems to be getting a bit more modernity going on. Hearken to the fiddler's music. Yeah. As it compels you to kill each other. Anyway, Teen Titans. Oh, there's loads more Amazing Spider-Man here. I know none of you really. Oh, let me forgive me one moment, because there must be So this is like the, you know, early 90s Larson. But I don't think there's anything of note. But you know, when there's just a run of stuff, look at that run of Amazing Spider-Man. You know, they're not Spider-Man at the end, but I don't think there's anything there that, no, it's just that 90s run, you know, Larson involved and blah, 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 you know, yeah. But it's all good. It's all good. You need it in your collection. If you're a comic collector, like I am, I don't like that gap that I've got of Amazing Spider-Man between 1 and 300. I don't like that gap. I've got to sort it out. Yeah, I know I'm an idiot. Couple here, Thanos Quest. I like everything Thanos. Yes, I do. All the cosmic stuff, all the Marvel stuff, Guardians, Surfer, Thanos, Captain Marvel. Who's the other one? The Golden Boy. You know what I mean. Right, I'm going to do a separate video on these guys because I have bought the first 100 issues of this. Don't ask me why in the comments. I'll ask you to ask me in the comments if I want to know, but don't ask me why. I know there are, like, value-wise, I know there are a few issues that, you know, McFarlane done a cover. I don't know what they are. My old mate Paul that had this run. It's like he knows that he, like, Hulk, do you want it? And it's like, do I? And then, but the reason I'm going to do a separate video in this, guys, so please pay attention, is because if you were a Marvel fan in the 80s and you consider them the halcyon days, like the era you grew up through, each one of these will spark a memory. It will give you just go, oh wow, and because it did for me. So I know it is going to be, because at my very core, I'm just a comic collector who loves this stuff, and that's why I'm gonna keep that separate, guys. I'm teasing you. Sorry, I've got to put issue 1 at the front. Issue 2, sorry. Oh, look, and this is what I mean. Look, when we first picked up Alpha Flight, this is exactly what I mean. If I leafed through here, no. Anyway, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it in front of you on the cap. Anyway, OddBods, more OddBods. Gene Colan, the master. Why do I not? I've got a few of these. I've got the Kaluta one. Anyway, these are back in the days. These must be mid to late 90s. So why wouldn't I want that? Oh, I am slowly assembling an entire run of these Marvel stroke. I mean, some of them had Epic on them, but this one hasn't. I've noticed. But they just done this run of original graphic novels back in the day, and I haven't got this one, and it's a must-have. It is a must-have for you Marvel fans out there. You know it's a must-have. So we're nearly reaching the end now. Just a couple more OddBods. Look, Captain America's, I didn't know, and it's all Gene Colan. Like, Colan done that in 2009. I'd never seen this before in my life, but it's Gene Colan. It's almost like his artwork. He's inked it. He's obviously inked it himself, but it almost looks like they've coloured the pencils. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Comico was here, wasn't it, here for the blink of an eye? It really was. 1995. This was just a little weirdo. Like, as a completist, love Captain America is my second favourite character. So just as a completist, I'm going to get that. Oh yeah, here we go. Don't worry, don't worry. You're nearly at the end. Don't worry. Logan's Run. I didn't realise 1976. This was George Perry's. I bought the first 5 issues. Klaus Janson doing the inking. I didn't know. No one told me. I ignored it. I didn't have the opportunity to ignore it. In 1976, I wasn't buying American comics. You know, I'd probably seen the film with Jenny Agutter with no bra. Has she got no bra in this? Hold tight. Where's whatever her character is called? I can't remember what her character is called, but I just hope she hasn't got a bra. Oh, you know I'm only joking. Come on. Right, and Marvel feature. Now I had issue 1, but my old mate Paul, look, he had issues 2 and 3. Ross Andrew, and what struck me actually looking at these was it was published quarterly. So Marvel thought, well, we'll do square bound. You know, we'll charge them 25 cents. I don't know why the price went down. Actually, I do, because it shrunk in size. But anyway, we'll charge them a quarter, but we'll only produce it quarterly. That's only $1 a year they want off their, you know, from Marveldom. But as a Defenders completist, there's always one more comic to get. Like someone somewhere is going to say, oh, have you got that issue where the Defenders appeared for one panel? And then you need it. But this is more than just one panel. This is Marvel Feature was where they first appeared, and then they had their own ongoing title. But then they obviously carried it on. So very, very, very happy to pick that up. What I won't go through the whole run of, but what I did pick up, just to round off this back issue haul, is this run. I did pick it up when it was originally published. Grant Morrison on JLA, yes, and it was good, but it was when I had the shops and different things were going on, and this was a hot comic, you know. So I've bought this, you know. I haven't bought it because it's my own shop, so I've took it, and then suddenly you can put it on the wall and get a couple of quid for it, and yeah, I was there. Anyway, I've picked up all 100 and I've picked up all 125 issues of that run of JLA. Yeah, I am an idiot. Yeah, I am. I have got a bag. Well, I won't ball them all, but I will bag them all. But yeah, I'm an idiot. Yeah. So, thank you. If you followed me this far, thank you so much. I just enjoy talking about comics. I hope this kind of conjures up memories of what you might have bought at the time, or etc., or something that you didn't buy that you might want. So I do thank you if you followed me this far, because it is a little bit of a, I'm gonna say it might be a little bit self-indulgent, but I love you sexy subscribers if you're still here, and I really, really, really do hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, when we go through those Marvel Age, I'm telling you right now, you will enjoy the Marvel Age. It's literally an encapsulation monthly through the 80s of Marvel and what they were doing. You're going to love it. Honestly, guys, you're going to love it. And until then, I'm going to bid you all adios.